So there's a major allergen in cat that's common to all the cat world. So this is found in indoor house cats. It can be found in a tiger or a lion. What's interesting is when you're allergic to the cat, you're actually allergic to different protein pieces that cat sheds. But we really still don't know what the major allergen does. Some of the allergens are basically albumin or immune proteins of the cat. And they shed these allergens, and it's in their fur and in their saliva. When we have an allergy to something, it's basically our body seeing a protein that's foreign to us and deciding it's harmful when it's just innocent, like a dust mite. So our body is essentially overreacting to something that it should ignore, but it doesn't. Somebody has a cat and they find out they're sensitive and they want to rehome the cat, or the cat unfortunately passes away, or they want to reduce their cat allergen. It takes months for that cat allergen to naturally degrade in an environment. So you could potentially move into a house or move into an apartment where someone had a cat and actually have symptoms for several months after you move. It's very sticky, it's electrostatic. There are dog allergies that are similar to cat allergies. You're allergic to elements of their fur and elements in their saliva, etc. And it's also very sticky. So dog tends to be more variable by breed. So we get the question a lot, what about a hypoallergenic dog? Well, we know some dogs have less allergen than others, but hypoallergenic is a bit of a misnomer the way we think of it. That just means you're less allergenic than something. So there is no non-allergenic dog. So that is kind of a marketing piece for people who sell pets. But there are certainly some breeds that are having less allergenic potential than others. People who have pets in their home chronically, or have had a cat for 20 years or a dog for 10 years, some of those folks are sensitive to their pets and may just not be aware of it. You'd have to be away from your pet for about a month really to know. So they're not going to have those immediate symptoms because the symptoms become more chronic. So it's really hard to tell often if you're in that situation unless you get the testing. One of the other things that can be very helpful, there's a couple other specific treatment options for any type of indoor allergen, specifically dust mites. We can do this for mold, cat allergen, dog allergen, would be to do immunotherapy or allergy shots. And that makes your body less sensitive to these innocent things over time so that you can tolerate being around it without symptoms. Another thing they can do is a long-acting antihistamine, something that's not sedating. So medicines like Benadryl tend to cause a lot of side effects, so we're not really big fans of that. But something like cetirizine, loratadine, and fexofenadine, which are generics that are available over the counter and last about 24 hours. If you're running a filter or using a HEPA filter, that's really going to help your lighter particles like your cat and dog allergen. So there's something called a MERV rating, MERV, and that stands for minimum efficiency reporting value. And what that means is what level of particle that filter will actually clear. And so there's different ratings, and the numbers go from 1 to 16. So we recommend for most allergens, for most bigger particles, which are 3 to 10 microns, and that's not very big, but it's bigger in the allergy world, at least a MERV 8 or greater. If you want to capture things like dog and cat allergen in your whole house HVAC system, then you're going to want to go to a MERV 11 or greater. And that would capture most of those particles.